Hello, Internet. It is time for once more having a Walpurgis, which means it is time for me to distort by pulling, and then we can do the Walpurgis story and the missions. I would like to try to basically all the missions. I think one of the missions is still bugged. I know it was bugged this morning. I can double check Discord. I know I had my Limbus open and there was an update that went through, and there is a new post. The error fix is okay. Let's look at Steam. This is the hottest news. What is this? By the hotfix that was certain issues. Furthermore, we have identified a part of the bottom ego Hornet alterations support passive text that could be interpreted differently from our intent. Yippee! Skill will now activate on this turn. All equipped base attack skills appear skills. Will trigger even ego or defense skills are equipped as well as long as all equipped base attack skills appear skills. That is neat. That's kind of very powerful. The current endgame description may lead to invasion of effective as when all equipped base attack skills appear skills even if their defense or equip skills in other slots. Okay. Did they fix the bug though? Would not appear when the main illustration filter. Fixing this to a specific mission could not be completed. Okay, we can do all missions. Yippee! Anyways. Hi, HDMI cable mancher. Holy Lunacy. Which units? I want everything basically from this Walpurgis. We have been saving, and the day has come. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. My one for good luck. That's never how it works. Okay, but surely the one for good luck here is no. Okay, now to do the actual pulling. Okay, come on, Viosh, right? To be fair, Viosh is still the most important thing. What is this pull? I've seen already so many people basically kinda doom posting about the Maso ID. Hey. Come on, video games. Streamer luck. Come on, streamer luck, baby. At least give me goddamn announcers I don't own yet. I mean, okay, that is like basically 200 thread and 110 pull. I cannot be mad at that. Here we go again, baby. A normal feaster? Like to Yoshadi. I mean, she seems to basically also become a mainstay. That is the wrong Maso in syncing teams for now. And I mean, I do really like that when she's based off and everything. I hope it takes the 800 pull. Why do you wish this evil onto me, Monkus? Aww. I did not. Okay, I mean, we can keep going. Honestly, I'm happy as long as I get everything in 200 pulls. And sometimes you need to live with that. You need to, what lesson do I need to be taught? I'm saving for the worst case scenario, because the worst case scenario can happen. It's not like I deserve it to happen to me, though. What do you see? Okay. I mean, it's... Am I really hurting the economy? Let's go! Come on, baby! Another feast, huh? Hey! Hi, my man. I guess I could actually turn off the inverse audio maybe a little bit. I guess this was also a bit quiet. Well, I got one new thing. Now we're actually hitting the lunacy pulse. This is what you have been actually saving for. I'm getting so many 3-stars, I would say, kinda. At least compared to my luck. Now, is it the 3-stars I'm interested in? Not really. At least give me the new seasonal 3-stars that I don't own yet. Hey! It's sad that it's the ego first, but let's go, baby. We gotta rock and roll. Boo? But come on, I'm allowed to have nice things. It's gonna be a lot worse if I get like now 5 Mercenaries in a row. That is gonna be the real doomer part. But yeah, I'm gonna... I guess I should also get a number. I'm really interested to see how strong this is gonna be. Is Philip Clare still the best burn meta to ever exist thanks to this ego? I pray you every queen pulls fuck off a song, Lu. What did I do to you? I thought we were friends. Okay, please. That is the garbage pulse Mangus wishes onto me. No, this one though. This one is a fake one. What can I say? I did feel it. Yippee!
그 동화의 끝이 고작 그런 결말이었나. 차라리 듣지 않는 편이 나았겠어.
It's time to smoke and be depressed. Thank you, Ryoshu. Thank you, Ryoshu. Honestly, especially since I'm probably gonna go to 200 anyways, but I feel like we're also gonna get rid of this one. I mean, they can have Walpurgis IDs. She's great as hell. I mean, there's barely any Walpurgis ID, goddammit. That is not great. Well, the feasters keep coming though, and they don't stop coming. I'm getting like all the blood fiends. Just wonderful singing count application. I actually need to see how positive or neutral she actually is. But yeah, like, just with her panic giving count every turn while it's on the enemy seems pretty great. Okay, come on. Now I'm starting. Yes, come on. I'm taking that as well. We're gonna get all the depressed man. To be fair, I guess Hogma was not really depressed. He was living his best life. Okay. 5 more 10 pulls. Nope. Not this one though. Okay. Nope. I see, this is are more the pulls I'm used to in my video games. Okay, come on. It stopped being funny. How many am I with? 210 pulls. I mean, I still could use some announcers. I actually don't see from that screen who I'm missing. I'm pretty sure I'm missing some of the event announcers. Which could also be neat to get from the Yi-Sang. Come on. God damn it. It's not funny. I pull until 400. No. Why are you the evil on my shoulders? Oh. That is sad. But yeah, I think we just sharding the man. What is... I quickly see what announcers I'm missing, but I do like collecting announcers. I'm never gonna use them. I mean, I'm still missing so many of those, man. I'm also still missing, like, man. What do I still miss? The full stop office and peer and check. That is very sad. That was a fun round of gambling for sure. Give me my B-man.
작업 시작 시퀀스 확인 완료. 개체 T0450의 38번째 통찰 작업 진행하겠습니다.
Okay, I mean, now we just uptie them. And then we shoot bugs. Should also just make a new team. I think it was 5 sinners we can bring. This is ideal. I got a harmony eco my first 10, and I got absolutely nothing for the rest. Oof, that is sad. Gambling do be like this. Oop. Don't even read. I'm just assuming this is gonna be good. What other actual numbers on this thing? He clashes for 12. I guess he clashes for 22 actually, if you fulfill this. I guess second burn isn't too bad. More damage against missing on self. 2 with him. +2 damage for every stack. I mean, being able to give like plus 10% to the whole team in theory. I don't know how many stacks he actually gives, could be great. Whip. Or 2 turn lose 8 SP is also not that bad. You 12 SP. What's that? Random ally gains 1 to 3 with him. It could be more with him, that's for sure. This one also gains... I mean, I guess it can clash up to 24 then. Could be higher, but honestly for Higo that is okay. Also still give the same amount of rhythm. How much SP healing does my man get? Heal 4 plus sum of burn and bleed on all enemies divided by 10 SP. I mean, 310 SP after you use that ego does go wild on Philip Clare, what can I say? Okay. Seeger's like Ring B declares is like trash, but it's for the views, it's really good. I mean, yeah, you don't really want to use it too much for clashing. I do get that. But yeah, honestly, just stacking with him will be the nice thing. Actually, Ambassador's 3 coins are not good at clashing. I mean, you are not wrong. I just miss the days of every ego being created clashing in a sense. Okay, do we get any cool lore?
꿰뚫을 수 없다면 거기에 총알 6발을 얹어주면 그만이지.
Why did Vyosha decide it's not funny anymore to cosplay Geburwa? Or did it, I mean, I got like 2 announcers I was missing, and I guess everything after 200 pulls while spending my Yisang on getting Mesor, so it's pretty good overall. When you do the event stage, use the guns only team. I see. I mean, I guess we can look. I mean, I assume just from what we got this Walpurgis that everything is PS weak. Was an unremarkable sort of day, if one could call it that, when even the agents of the upper layer had been mobilized to suppress and return Albion to its containment unit. Who doesn't love the liver creature escaping? If the control team left hollowed out, the child had been settled with managing the abnormalities assigned to the department. PMPC. Where's Sinclair when you need him? As soon as he stepped into the old lady's containment unit, the child sat reclining in a chair and crossed her legs, unfiltered complaints spilling out of her mouth. Man, instead of Grandma getting to tell her stories, she will now just listen to the rants of Vyoshu. All day long, she'd been tasked with doing managerial work on our unit to extract its ego gear. And she failed. That's 3 times already. 7 actually. No. By the manager's yardstick. As she allowed everyone to escape under her watch today alone. Jesus Christ. Man, that is one hell of a day. The manager's gonna rewind for sure after they have the gear. I don't see how that pink monk will faking containment is my fault. Or it is just a lottery. It's a dimwit of a manager. Must have bled out every scrap of luck because he couldn't resist rubbernecking at a thing every now and then. That sorrowful child slips out of containment when the work result is bad and just as readily on a good. It's never content to remain confined. It would much rather wander outside, suffusing the company's musty corridors with the fresh scent of the forest. I mean, what's not to like about that? Things must look quite unfair from where it stands. And of course, from where the manager stands too. Man, is Project Moon acknowledging that it is just a pain in the ass to manage? No flower viewing today, just stuck hearing the old hack droning on all day. It's become pitch black, this room. The curse must seep into the walls. Been a while since I last did some work here. Oof. Did not take care of Grandma. Why would you? Why would you? Deary, would you like to hear a story? Whatever, man. Tales crooned like lullabies, poems too abstract to grasp, ghost stories that make the hair on the back of the neck stand straight up. From stories known to all, to the ones known to none. The old lady knows every tale ever told, every single story in existence, every nursery rhyme written for children. Goes without saying that her troves of tales also include the secret stories of the other abnormalities. Man, if this would actually just be a lobotomy corp gameplay, that the old lady would actually give you advice how to manage data apnos. Just a coincidence, perhaps? Or is it an inevitability? For the first time, the old lady brought up a tale of an abnormality, an entity that the child knew all too well. Oh, Alvione, the lovely one, a doll who yearned to be human. Huh? Know something about that rabbit thing? A flicker of surprise crosses the child's face as she voices her question, but the answer, in all likelihood, won't be hers to hear. The old lady, you see, doesn't speak to you. Man, that must be the most annoying job that in a sense you do just sit there and keep on nodding and listening, I guess. Spinning her tails and making her loneliness known. Its eyes were full of soul and was adored by people. Every genesis of the spring is to be followed by the passing of the autumn. Hey Aiki, how are you doing? For once we are playing not Arknights. But hey, this is... At least we get to pull and feast. I can also wait to pull on the limited band on Arknights, just a little bit longer. So sad, I know. The old lady does no such thing as asking. She doesn't respond either. Words that come out of her mouth are not for conversation. Which is why for all the stories she tells, she can never manage to fill the void of her loneliness. One day, the doll was abandoned in a dark forest. See, that's why you just do not be rude to your dolls, otherwise they come and eat you. Its eyes were stolen by crows lusting for glitter. While its mind, life and heart slowly withered away. Part by part, its pretty porcelain body cracked and shattered. Where its eyes once were, only gaping holes were left. And yet, the doll remained standing in the forest. The cracks and openings on the porcelain were instead filled with a growing bouquet of flowers, and fresh petals fluttered down like tears from the empty holes of its eyes. And then, what happened next? Did it hunt down the crow that pecked its eye out? Did it cut off its wings? Vyosha might be a bit too focused on revenge here. The child knew that no answer would be returned. But she would still get to hear the next part of the story, whether or not she invited the old lady to continue. Still, ask she did. So she were used to such exchanges. Alvione, lacking eyes but all-seeing. Human who yearned to be a doll. Excuse me? Born of soil and to soil shall it return. The old lady directed her gaze at the child. A gaze as hollow as that of the Alvione from the story. A black void that seems to meet the child's own eyes. It was almost as though she were interested in hearing what the child would make of the tale. Von child's eyebrows chinched together in a scowl. The tale might have found footing had she cared to listen with interest. But this was not for her. She really should have spared herself the trouble of hearing it out, she thought. L-O-N-E. The story is literally... Wait, what? Otios? Okay, see, I mean, I already sometimes get skill checked by Arknights where I don't... What the hell is Otios? Used to describe a word or phrase or sometimes an idea that is unnecessary or has been used several times. The use of the word vacuum band is otiose after the word recline. Thank you. I am so smart, baby. But surely that was not the end of the story for the doll. Perhaps the story hit a bit too close to home, or maybe it reminded the child of a certain someone she only remembered in the foggy fragments of her memories. Either way, a clawing loneliness clung to the child as she stepped out of the containment unit. And who the hell are you? Oh, I'm bearer from information. My favorite nugget. You're the agent who transferred to the middle layer from the safety team, right? So yeah, that is then still the same Vyoshu. I guess it makes sense. Vyoshu. Right, Vyoshu. I've heard quite a bit about you. What do you want? I came down because Mr. Yesard gave the order for support. There's no one in the control team. Anyhow, thought I smelled something burning in the lobby and... Yep, I see that you altered your ego gift into a cigarette. You can even alter the ego gifts. I mean, I guess we will probably also see in Maso's Uptide story the altering of the weapon. But, man, not an issue. I guess as long as it's not a fire. Flo extended a hand for a handshake, but the child slapped it away like a high five and moved toward the hallways, only to be stopped by the flustered employee blocking her path. Please, just a moment. Please wait here until the control team arrives. She can solo this. And why should I do that? You missed the announcement, I take it? The Dusk of Ember will begin shortly. And during the Dusk of Ember, the effectiveness of that is physical attack is doubled. Vyoshu doesn't care. Doubled? That multiplier nonsense you people like to play with, eh? Correct, Vyoshu. Your ego weapons are both white type. Recommend either switching weapons or leave this to the other agents. You are NSFP. You're not. I do need my Sinclair pardon. Not seeing the full picture. Okay, I mean, to be fair, she is fully ranged, so it's not like she's in danger. The child passed past the employee and walked into the corridor with light steps. Look closely, MB. Switching ego gear is what allows doubled efficiency. All I need to do is use both of my weapons at once instead. What? I show you the collaboration of FAS. Actually, that is Sustained a Woman's Solitude. A gigantic worm burst into the hallway. It is time to feast. As the ordeal entity advanced slowly, yet not without momentum, the child raised her crossbow and took aim, while not attacking from behind. The employee who frantically chased after the child watched the bolt flying from the crossbow. In the same breath, the child's revolver fired 6 rounds at the ordeal at speed too fast for the eye to track. I've lost gallons to Mason. But you saved them all in the jar, right? Was that not enough? That's why I told you to either switch weapons or wait. Look, it's not too late to go back, and I don't think Vyoshu is the kind of person that would actually fall back. Well, more shots should do the trick that. That's the spirit. 1 shot, 10, 2, then a third. Bolts and bullets rain down on the ordeals until they burst like squashed food. Why could my nuggets not just be that, you know, engaged and trying to kill everything that hard? Another bolt loosened at point blank range, punched straight through the largest of them, the dusk itself. Not a dull line to wrap up a day. Wait! Why are you aiming that thing at me? Just restoring some sanity, yes. As it should be. Cool. Still want to uptie you. Actually, I just realized I still also have to... I guess I can... don't think I want... I still have one uptime module, but I don't think I want to use it on Maso since I already should have so many Maso shards. I guess I can save it for another ID. Up. Here's my man. He gains more speed, that is good.
먹이사슬 등장. 제한 및 기존에 의뢰받은 실험에 팀원들은 팀장이 먹이사슬에 삼켜지더라도 공격 행동을 하지 않을 것. 이상이다.
I imagine having the cutscene long enough so I could read and he would not keep yapping. Victim 4 already. I dispatched a clear warning to all relevant personnel that they must steer clear of the abnormalities containment unit while work is in progress, as the biohazardous material identity secretes could permeate through the barrier. I love the bee. Perhaps it could not be helped, as the authority to physically quarantine a section of the facility lies with the manager. It's not like I can get all the support staff to not walk there, okay? Itchy. Captain, I'm so itchy. The subject complained of the pruritus of her nape for the 27th time. Probably shouldn't squash the itch, right, Captain? Sorry, it's too late for you. It's too late. Scratching your skin to address the itchiness will not be a problem. There's no need for you to worry about the bleeding or excretion of your skin. Amber of the clerical staff. That is you, correct? That's correct. Oh, he at least remembers all the names. The subject complained of pruritus for the 28th time since the beginning of this interview. Primary memory retention ability remains in good condition. With that, I record that 10 or more casualties have shown no changes to the brain activity at the 23 hours, 6 minutes and 21 seconds mark since spore inhalation. That is very, very oddly accurate, but okay. He does have the nice big ego gift. Extrapolation, occipital lobe hypertrophy, observed in the latest stage of spore infection. Henceforth, the pre-hatch state accelerates rapidly at an undetermined time since initial contact. This finding boosts the value of early egg identification and extermination protocol research by 7.1409%. I swear to God, if I ever see a 6-7 joke somewhere in there. Sorry, what are you saying? Nothing that requires your comprehension. No, I mean, I can seem to hear you clearly. Oh, my belly hurts. Loss of hearing identified. This is the first recorded instance of such a symptom among the casualties. Hold still. I will use a bioscan on the abdomen. Is it gonna make whatever this is go away? No, you're just his research. It will not. Remove your hands from your abdomen. Lava activity observed at the 23 hours, 7 minutes and 1 second mark since spore inhalation. This instance has occurred 33% earlier compared to the average extrapolated from the pre-existing data standard normal distribution. Man, I guess Mr. Innocence would make a great researcher, huh? Might need to be basically still managed by somebody above him, but hey, he will note everything down accurately for sure. Slight palpitations of the occipital lobe area have been observed concurrently. The palpitation is currently traveling to the subject's auditory organ, which leads one to conjecture that it is related to the victim's hearing loss. Yes, there's something skittering around in there. The interval of its molding process from Insta 2 to Insta 2 remains the same within the margin of error. Captain, there's this guy hanging out with all the time. Jacob. He was with me when it happened. Is he okay? Okay, in what sense? He's in a better place now. Sorry, I can't hear you. That's better. It doesn't hurt as much. Nullification of pain receptors identified. I will now post any subsequent questions in writing. Hey, Sir Dog. How are you doing? He was born to be a researcher. Is he okay? As in, he's not sick, right? He's not in pain anymore. I do an X on paper to relate to the victim that Jacob was indeed not sick, just already dead. I saw my son had to click. Nice. If you haven't pulled yet and want to pull for him, I wish you good luck. It has, I mean, it is his personal Walpurgis ID, which is nice. Got bored playing Limbus, so I decided to watch people play Limbus. Fair enough. That's good. I feel funny, like imploded. Captain Massor, what's up with the ego weapon? This is a white weapon, I swear. Immediate pre-occlusion symptoms identified. Preparing for battle. Oh, that's white. She's so close by. My queen. It's hatching. Right. There goes the clerk. Occlusion of entity TO452 identified and eliminated. The subsequent emergence of embody also identified. Eliminated. Reporting test results of conducting an interview near TO450's containment unit. While no variance in the interval between contraction and the late stages of infections has been observed, and besides the subject perceives the queen at a relatively earlier point. Recording an observation of note, the entity spoke to the victim immediately before occlusion, suggesting that it has the capability to seize the victim's nervous system. That is kind of very horrifying, isn't it? And hey, Captain, you know WIH? Another containment breach. Don't fault me, Captain. It's the manager's fault. All the fault lies with the manager. No matter what I do, whether I do good or bad, it goes apeshit. It's shit luck, that's what. Welcome to gambling. The difficulty of managing the abnormality is acknowledged. However, continued shirking and offloading of your suppression responsibility to other employees is inappropriate. I believe former captains should be held to a higher degree of accountability. Take a good look at these weapons the fool of a manager gave me and say that again. I mean, I guess it still makes sense that the manager decides what they wear, not the characters themselves. Its creepy face didn't change one bit, no matter how many bullets I blasted into it. I have shared the absurdity of your weapon assignment with Mr. Chesed, but it appears that he has not yet found the time to pay the manager a visit. The manager? The BTC? Bunch of slackers, all of them. Well, what did I in mind? The more delays about, the more opportunities for art appreciation time I get. That's good ears to Walpurgis. Search for other hallways to assist. Your BAH is always Captain. Now that was boring as hell. I don't need Sinclair. Welfare team hallways are clear. As for the interview subject's corpse. The insects will eat it. It will be cremated alongside victim Jacob's cadaver, including the interview. What is the meaning of your gaze? TO450? Is it dwarf? Because I killed your worker bee with the very weapon extracted from your essence? Or does it look like just another redemption or love from where you stand? I'm curious, how does it all appear in your eyes? Does it appear as inscrutable as my gaze is to you? Didn't expect to get sentimental. We'll have to check my corrosion weight. However, the first order of business is completing the suppression effort. I love that Maso goes. I'm actually showing emotions. I guess the ego gear is taking over. End of recording. Okay, now I'll tell you one more time. I guess we can then first do the story and then I'll see what we do for the team. I didn't think I've read it as just a 5-man team. We could go all guns for sure. My Quacker. How did the other pulls go? I mean, I did pull to 200 and then I had to shard Merceau, but I otherwise got everything from this Walpurgis, so it is a good Walpurgis. Okay, so no Quacker V's. I mean, I feel like... Can I actually see what the team leader buff is from here? Cannot, can I? You can see the clear statistics. This might be slightly interesting. Just solo it with Messon. Makes sense. I assume also a lot of people would just bring V in Yisang. That does make some sense. Actually, I will not read through it, but probably what would be worth to shard, what I assume would work very well. At least, I guess I can bring gun team for this first part, but yeah, I think I really would want the Udyat Otis ID just to work together. That is not how you dispense. This is where I... Oop. How many shards do I need? I will be very irritated by the inventory not being where it's used to be, but it is probably one of the best UI changes to have, of just having it on the bottom and available from everywhere. Let's go, we did get more than the average.
전파 차단기 불량. 긴급 차폐합금. 또 불량.
I guess she's not all pierce damage, right? But I think she should count as gun. And I think having some sinking tremor synergy will still be nice. And now we can just maybe use the take off module. Where are V? Yeah. We'll skip to this one. And read that on my own time. I mean, I guess I will also see how long the story is, but okay. I don't think the Walpurgis stories are ever too long, but I would also like, while I'm here, exactly 200 balances everything should be. I would just like to get 2 with all the missions today. I still need to level you up. I guess I also should actually equip egos, that might be relevant. Actually, I guess maybe we do go with Magic Bullet, since Bullet is fun. I assume Magic Bullet will also probably just be top tier for this. Oop. Let's go all bullets, I guess, for the first one, and then we can see what we want. Guess you'd take Magic Bullet for sure then. Already has stuff on. Great. Guess we don't really bring Faust. We bring you. Bring you, I guess. I guess getting some poise is needed. This is just slash, but this is also just slash. Sure. We do love the red eyes. This should not have. Might be Quet. Capote also goes wide. I guess he is a bleed ID too, in some sense, for some reason. Okay, I have like 4 guns. What is the last gun? I guess I can swing. That's a bit sad to swing full stop Heathcliff without. So yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we do bring you. I mean, I guess this is gun 1. I do like the idea of at least trying out a scuff team. I assume either's. I mean, I guess you want to really max either piercing, which you kinda can already do well with just thinking the new ideas and making a singing team like that. Honestly, you can also suspend Walpurgis IDs. There's so much Walpurgis Pierce going on. Anyways. Actually, can I look at the missions first? Complete after defeating a bonbon. Okay, we need to just kill 20 bonbons. With a bonbon. Complete suppression after defeating Bun Bun. Won't let it retreat. Welfare team defeats 5 enemies. Less hits might be awful if they have red coins. We want to channel basically kills to the captain. By each gain Bong Bong Orange at least once. Deal 300 plus damage with a single attack. I mean, that full stop Heathcliff will work with that very well at least. Complete suppression without any of the allies are speed dropping to -45. That should also be straightforward, right? Without any of the allies reaching 10 bleed potency. So they will be bleed enemies. I guess put you in slot 1. Don't think, can I
투입 준비는 항상 되어 있어.
don't think, I would really love to see actually the team captain buffs beforehand. I think you get more slots, which is nice for her so we can quickly get rid of ammo for her.
이번 의뢰는 몇 발이나 들고 가야 하냐?
I guess we run it like this.
죽음 충동 억제, 관념 봉인.
Can I get 7 number 3 bolts? Man. Is it vacation to having to rebuild the LC? In a sense it is probably nicer than having to find the mirror dungeon. Number 3 bolts? Ah, bingo. Be right there. Quit lollygagging and get quacking, lass. We're swamped here. Behold, hither! I have espied a combination of quacks that much resembles the fixer sigil. Oh, that's wide enough out of you. Did you just weave out of my smack? Thy patterns have become far too predictable. Oh, she is leveling up. About 2 days have passed since we wrapped up Operation Spider-Pyre. LCE department was still recovering from the aftermath of the assault. They were assisting where we could with the restoration efforts. Though, I wasn't sure what exactly we were doing here with the facility management team. I hardly expected to see you again so soon after that some farewell that was. Well, can't be helped, the entire facility management team is currently on PTO. Hey, apparently working for the Limbus company cannot be too bad if you actually get paid time off, right? We've been loaned some LCCA personnel for the repair project. Let us make do with them. I'm surprised they haven't all been tracked back to the office already. What, with everything that's happened? PTO is right, therefore must be honored. We can't just cancel their time off after sending and approving their requests. Then why don't we just wait till they get back from their vacays? Come on. You're busting our butts out there just a few days ago. How about giving us some time off too? Not part of the contract. You should have maybe, you know, get it written in there. Not with multiple containment units still blasted wide open. There's no telling when the abnormalities reduced to the old forms will return, you understand? I mean, wouldn't it be more or less pretty instantly? Or maybe the Limbus headquarters did have something to just make them hatch quicker again or something. Should we face such a case without the containment units ready to operate, the entities will be wreaking havoc in our facility yet again. We'll all be tracked back to work, like it or not. I would much rather not deal with another containment breach incident so soon, especially when it's almost certain you will be laying waste to the boxes of snacks we've prepared specifically for your return. 3 snacks! Let's go! How many boxes have you got? 3. All of them 48 by 38 by 34 centimeters in dimension. Why is this the most relevant information you need to give her? The largest standard-sized box we have. We're in. Oi, who do you think you are to tell us what to do? So, there was no point in arguing with Fronheim when he was right. No need to needlessly drag out the store in the facility and let those abnormalities loose again. But it could be better practice for Limbus. Well, for the LCE, I guess I should say. For that. And for the bus, but yeah. Besides, Kaiko was still down for the count. Man. It is a bit sad, but I guess I have high hopes for the next Intervallo to be pretty cool and getting more nice Quacker moments then. Suspended from Discord. Wait, what did you do? What did you do, Monkus? Did you say too many slurs again? Alrighty, boys and girls, I got you some cool drinks, so take a quick breather. I assume it's still the same problem with... what was it called? Platform manipulation or something? Man, it feels bad. Well, good luck with that. You're full of beans today, ain't ya? Hey, what's not to like? You've got snacks I've never even laid my eyes on before. Ah, and come here, look at this. Ta-da! Look what I found, everyone. What I declared as she triumphantly held up a small can. What is that? I don't think I've seen that before either. It is the best energy drink ever. Seriously, never had one of these when you were little? Oh, wait. You did not sell the stuff in the nests? Ah. Oh, I know this. It's that shaky thingy thing in it. I will from now on call my gamers subs the shaky then Twinkie thing. Yeah, I knew you'd recognize the thief. You're all like bloody shelter townies, you know that? Right, take a gander at this. You know, that camp's gonna blow up in your face if you keep shaking it like... I know what I'm doing, buddy. Look, I kept the thing and twice sip. This is where we just get soda blasted. Man, I guess I still need to really look into team compositions, but I will take this moment to vent that finally that we have a syncing ID on Ryoshu. There's still like barely a reason to use soda on her, since you can not really fuel it. And to be fair, it's not like soda's a great ego. But it's soda, so it's funny and I want to use it. It's turned into jelly. Heathcliff moved from sinner to sinner, confidently handing them each a can of well-shaken twinks. And the sinners all responded with varying degrees of astonishment, some of them even giving the can a double take. This is the condensation of carbonation itself, its structure compressed into pudding-like forms. Wowzers! It's like they took the juice of her food and chopped it in tiny bubbles. Slightly too sweet, but it's tasty nonetheless. Man, I can't wait until they find out they have been eating bugs. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Say, where did you get these? Couldn't get my hands on the stuff recently. As we researchers are all rather positively obsessed with new technology, that fixation translates quite directly to addiction to unique products like these. The pleasant flavor gives us a nice extra dose of motivation, of course. What you're saying is you're using your power to get all the good stuff. Sometimes enough to store them in expensive stasis preservation boxes, just in case we end up craving them in the future. This is where all of our budget goes into. According to our findings, the sudden paucity of this product in the mass market was caused primarily by the significant production cuts of its manufacturing plant. Despite a constant demand, it seems that the maintenance costs were far too expensive to maintain it as a large-scale operation. Aww. It has given these varieties to us? Blimey, that's actually the nicest thing someone's done for us in a while. Oi, you ain't half bad, Specs. You're going up in my list. He did increase in the power rankings of side characters this in the Discando. I want to say this intervallo. I will say I feel like the intervallo he was introduced in was a bit weak. But you know, Hohenheim is a real pro. No need to violate the personality of my character on my account assistant. If from Martin's desk anyway. Without an owner to claim them, they were bound to end up collecting dust in the corner of some lost and found box. If spirits truly do exist, and if Martin had indeed chosen to haunt this very spot, I'm certain he would have chimed in to say, "That seems like a reasonable thing to do, boss." I mean, what better way to honor somebody dead, to be honest? Once again, he wasn't wrong, but his palpable lack of concern for the feelings of those around him seemed to suggest there was indeed no reason for us to reconsider his personality. Bloody hell, mate! We could have fled with that. I think some of that went down the wrong pipe. Of course, who's not there to look pretty? I agree with Hohenheim. After all, what use are all these delicacies if we just let them sit and spoil? Toads, we can't let these tastes go bad. Bodion found her opportunity. Is that good? It's good, but not that good, Executive Manager. She's simply a glutton with no regard to flavor. Man, what about Otis is used to for good food then? You know, I do feel pretty bad for Dante every time we get a chance to eat something good. What with being unable to eat and all? It is kinda sad, not gonna lie. I mean, it sounds like a huge boon that you don't have like to eat and drink, right? But that's when you realize there's so much enjoyment to be gained out of good food and just nice to eat. I don't think it's something to feel bad about. Still, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious. Muttering, I looked up to stare at Vodia. Oh yeah, that really hit the spot? Somebody stop me, cause I can't. Downing her third can of the drink. That reminds me. I had once coupled together a gas station simulator as a hobby project. Gas station simulator? Well, as we all must be aware, energy gel is the most efficient form of sustenance. Yeah, I mean, they torched that? Man. They teach that at elementary school. They did not torch me how to speak though. It is tiny, highly caloric, yet unfortunately makes for quite a flavorless guest-survey experience. So I've devised a gadget that, once the food item is placed and scanned in its flavor analyzer, transfers its exact flavor profile directly to its wearer. It's rather simple to equip and operate too. Simply wearing it on your wrist should transfer the flavor information to the wearer, but must have misplaced it. This is either the best invention or like the most cursed thing. Imagine just getting the flavor to your brain of something delicious and you just getting hungrier and hungrier because you're not actually eating, but your stomach is just preparing to devour it. I gotta say, that sounds pretty revolutionary for how dismissive you're about it. Like it's some kind of toy you bash together. The joy must come from the invention, demonstration of the technology itself. Indeed. My fellows would, following the regular Illuminators conferences, cast their erstwhile prime inventions into boxes of miscellany. Man, how many great inventions do exist in this city nobody cares about? Decent guess, but you're half wrong. I'd indeed intend to dispute to my team, were it not for that single fault. What is that single fault, you ask? When worn for too long, the device would start recognizing even the mere act of breathing as eating. I'm not sure that's good. I will breathe I poured the rush of thick, clawing Basque cheesecake flavor onto my tongue. It would normally be a rather scrumptious delicacy, but when it tastes the very air I breathe, it inspires nothing but nausea in my mouth. And thanks to that, I ended up uncontrollably emptying the contents of my stomach on the floor. Yippee, a very cursed device that helps you with dieting, I guess. But maybe need to work on that. Yeah. But perhaps that should not be a problem for subjects who are not coerced to breathe by their autonomic nervous system, such as your manager. Let's go, we are upgrading Dante with the biggest power in existence, being able to taste. Oh, does it mean I finally get to partake in Rodia's food critiquing session during our next team dinner? Do you have team dinners even? Man, there's so many, I guess, small side activities the sinners do together, like just like also the pen and paper roleplay game and stuff like that, which would be neat to actually see more of during downtime and stuff like that. I guess Project Blue does not really have time to redivide it out and stuff like that, but I feel like you could characterize everyone on the bus even more that way, and it would be neat to see. By the looks of it, they seem quite excited about that prospect. Very well, I will begin my search henceforth then. It is YPP time. Wouldn't the alarms only be on the bus door? I guess we also have green light here. Are these alarms connected to this facility as well? Indeed. Every location related to Olympus Company is equipped with relevant devices to detect the arrival of Walpurgis Knights. That seems a bit excessive. No? Once the familiar green light, the accompanying alarm began to blare. Faust, who had been wordlessly leaning against the wall with her arms crossed, slowly shuffled toward us. Maybe we finally get more Walpurgis lore in itself. That would be neat if... I mean, it makes sense to have an alarm on the bus, but why do all the facilities need an alarm? She seemed unusually exhausted, so I thought I might ask her if everything was okay, but... Have the corridor repairs progressed enough for us to explore the scenario, Hohenheim? Of course. Contrary to someone who insisted that its frequency is not something we can reliably predict, I had intuited that this odd phenomenon with a taste for green illuminations would be arriving soon. Made the corridor repairs one of our high priority goals. He did watch just the roadmap for Olympus Company. Let's go. I see. Thank you. Maybe now is a bad time. The response was indeed most unexpected. Completely breaks expected behavior patterns. Bowser's character development. Impossible. Dante, let us enter without delay. Okay. It sounded as though Hohenheim muttered something at us at the last second, but his voice was soon devoured by the sinners and the raucous chatter, accompanied by the slurping noise of drinks guzzled down. B-A-O. Depressing. Blue all over? Let's go, I'm so smart. Yeah, let's see. We're in the welfare team section. Maybe it's blue all over because that's the main color? Yeah. just saw the hair and went like, we're gonna paint everything in blue. This place is pretty big too. Not as big as Central Command. But this place has got a pretty high ceiling. It's so that the admirals have enough space. Actually, why does it have such a high ceiling? God, they have changed the actual colors or interior design of this hall. Different lights, sure, but ain't all this hallway same looking? Starting to get a bit old for me. Okay, Heathcliff, please. It was a game made by an indie company. You know how expensive art assets are? I think consistency is a good thing, actually. The library always was something new at us every visit. And there were times when we got killed before we even knew what was going on. Forsooth, for our lives be forfeit all the same, would thou not say that they are best spent on new experiences? New experiences such as visiting a sea color with our own eyes. Sea color? Do you mean sign? Hasn't the bloke's blue eyes sliced and diced you more than a dozen times, lass? Let's go, Agalia mentioned again. Man, we did not see Agalia during that Walpurgis though, that was sad. Don't tell me you enjoyed every single one of them. But she was just happy to be killed by a color fixer. I'd appreciate if you wouldn't consider your lives to be forfeit all the same. More death equals more pain for me, you know? You're just a humble manager. Well, despite the relative predictability, it's inadvisable to underestimate the former L-Corps ordeals, as they are also characterized by progressively intensifying danger levels. Danger levels? Indeed. Scenarios first began with the dawn, and was the noon, followed by suppression of a rough risk level abnormality. It's obvious that the ordeal following our previous encounter would pose a greater level of danger than the ordeal of noon. Man, I can't wait to see all the midnight ordeals in Nimbus Company. We are so not ready. Must be referring to the incrementally progressive pressure we had discussed prior, Miss Faust. Yes. Following the deductive mode of thinking, this ordeal must be an ordeal of dusk. Blimey, you certainly got talent for spectacle. Say, you're in the habit of stalling, waiting for dramatic moments to top important information, are you? I mean, if you're not using the Faust network for that, what are you using the Gesellschaft for? Faust does not care for such useless, vain theatricalities. Well, that's clearly joking, lass. You don't have to be so cross about it. Should probably sort out a few doubts for Faust to go over in our next consultation session. Better focus on the ordeal at hand first. Faust, mind shedding some more light on it? We're gonna get eaten or eat. It's the first rule of survival. The time will be dusk and the colors amber. The food chain is set to appear in this ordeal. The food chain? As in the whole natural cycle of eat and be eaten? Why? Why is it gonna be bugs again? Excuse me, why is she so upset about that? I'm still mulling over what Faust had just said. Voltaire, who seemed to have noticed something squirming in the distance, burst into a disgusted, irritated rant. Ever since last time, it's just been one thing after another trying to cross me out. Is this also supposed to be one of the goals the so-called scenario set up? No, you're just to enjoy the member berries. While still holding the can of jelly drink in her hand. There it goes. Completely lost my appetite. Either finish chewing before you speak, or wipe that we will squimish off your face if you insist on shoveling that jelly down regardless of the creature's side. All laps in the decorum at a time. Fortunately, Executive Manager, the entity's movement speed appears notably slow. Meticulous distance measuring coupled with a methodical stratagem would allow us to neutralize the target without issue. Have you tried just slowly walking backwards? Right, there's no need to rush. We can just make sure to move faster than those things do. We should be fine. Well, let's see how all guns goes. I mean, in a sense, this is also all Walpurgis.
나는 어떤 사람과도 잘 지낼 자신이 있지만 관리자님은 예외거든. 관리자님과 희희낙락하면서
Excuse me?
내게도 버겁다고.
Okay, preparing hurt. Migration. You lose stacks, as 0 stacks, you use hurt migration. Can I see the skill? I still would love to see the skills at the start. You have bleed, if the target is bleed, inflict pierce with the down extern. You're also all piercer. And you have wet coins. Well, I think we did have the goal to not get the team leader hit, so I guess one priority is to not clash against those skills. In 1 to 3, preparing hurt migration. We have lore again on the passives, let's fucking go. So yeah, we will use hurt migration. If Bun Bun is on the battlefield, okay, this is Bong Bong Orange. It is interesting to see actually the names of the ordeals, kinda. This passive does not activate. Ordeals are quite distinct from abnormalities. They are vivid representations of intense trauma stretched up at random from humanity streams that course through the farthest depths of this company. An attack hit against the target with a damage type. The target is weak or fatal, inflict bind. How could just a flavorful beverage end up being called Bong Bong? Because Bong Bong invented it, okay? Inflict 1 Bong Bong Orange on a target that killed this unit. Less than 60% HP heal. Body and lose this effect. And so I guess we need to also spread kills for that one. And we have 21 enemies to kill. What does this one do? We get 1 more skill slot. In 1 copy of skill 3, but lose 1 copy of skill 1. I mean, it sounds unhinged, but in the sense, skill 1s are not too bad since we faster lose ammo that way, which means faster using AoE. But I mean, the skill 3 is also neat. Increase the amount of burn, bleed, rupture, sinking, or thermal pulse inflicted by 2. Base skills that gain or spend ammo deal more damage. So yeah, you absolutely want to use a gun unit there. Use of base skills that gain or speed ammo. Heal 10 SP for an ally. Okay, so I feel like dropping SP should not be a problem for the mission. Kill, activate the following. Plus 2 ego resources of the affinity killed enemy and 1 to all other ones. Select the remaining burn, bleed, rupture, sinking, thermal points and count on the side enemy randomly between all enemies. Beautiful. So yeah, what do we want to do here? I mean, inflicting faint aroma is nice. Yeah, do you... I think the only thing I want to really avoid is Ryoshu clashing with this man. This is a kinda waste to use this early. But I also don't want to waste my ammo. The sad part about just swinging a Heathcliff, to be honest. What does this dodge do when he's alone again? It's a rougher stop from use on the field because melee support. I mean, we're just wasting this, but I'm sure we'll be fine. I don't think I even would need to min-max this too much. I actually should also look at the weaknesses though, but I do assume they're all pierce weak.
제압 계획의 규모가 너무 큰 거 아니야?
I also did not check, but I do assume there's a cap to a follow-up attack of 1 per turn. Well, we do murder for sure.
이런 제압은 회사에겐 효율적일지는 몰라도 직원들의 희생이 항상
Invade, inflict bind, turn and prepare, preparing hate migration, activate hurt relocation.
집착하지는 마. 이곳의 목적이 그런 게 아니라는 건 관리자님도 알고 있잖아.
Lovely flavor. Can I do not? I guess just I would have thought it would be another UI. Can I just look at what the location is, please? The car from Stagger escaped this encounter. Three battles gave this unit slot to a substituted unit and move to the rearmost place. Interesting. I mean, I assume that in the Mirror Dungeon pack this would just be a chain encounter, which would make sense. I also should commit to using her ego at some point. I mean, we also you. Yeah. Can I post? Why is this unopposed? Maybe I'm stupid.
숨 참고 있을 때 말 걸지 마라.
I don't want to her to take any damage. My man can take the damage, he has healing anyways. And you're just slow. Okay, guess we're wasting bullets. You win. Let's also make sure this... I just assume this man is dead. Maybe I should make sure this man perishes.
나아가주게.
They are not allowed to... I guess I need to actually kill everyone for one of the missions, right? I think it was kill 20. I assume we have 20 of the small ones and one big one in this combat encounter.
멀쩡한 장비가 남아 있었나 봐.
좋아. 잠깐만.
There go all my bullets.
이런 제압은 회사에겐 효율적일지는 몰라도 직원들의 희생이 항상
I also have a turn limit of 10.
그 희생을 값싼
That's
대가로
interesting.
한상체 제압에 너무 집착하지는 마. 이곳의 목적이
Can I, like, stop? I mean, maybe it is time to just waste this on... That is just 10. But yeah, I guess she deals damage. We probably will just use her ego at some point. Honestly, was there also... I think there was also a mission to kill with AoEs that I might not be doing in this. With this team setup, how it is.
필중 의지만 있다면
Since I think, maybe I'm wrong, I need to double check. Since the mission is to basically kill 3+ enemies 5 times, it kinda more or less means that every wave you just use an AoE attack or ego to actually kill, doesn't it? But hey, we're bringing the power of America to the city, that's what's important.
마음도 오래 가진 못할 거야. 식기 전까진 열성적으로 해보는 것도 괜찮겠지.
Just don't let her get hit. We also just do not get really enough spores going on right now. Make sure this man dies.
하고들 시간이다. 잔우에.
편히 쉬시게.
But yeah, Butterfly Man works for sure. Very great.
태어난 곳으로 돌아가라.
관리자님은
살고자 하는
그래도
모든
어디에
것들과
누군지
함께
직원들을 사지로
무덤으로
내보내는
돌아가라.
Could have at least fully killed them, Yoshu.
태어난 곳으로 돌아가라.
이런 제압은 회사에겐 효율적일지는 몰라도
Wonder if this is full. Do we just get a big boss
그
already?
희생을 값싼 대가로 여기는 게
Yeah, that would
아니라면
make sense.
현상체 제압에 너무 집착하지는 마.
Um,
이곳의 목적이 그런 게 아니라는 건 관리자님도 알고 있잖아.
how are your bullets looking? I mean, I think it would be beautiful to keep this for the boss. What are actually the weaknesses? Would be your Gloom weak and Lust weak. I mean, that makes sense. Do I not know? Did I not use a buff skill yet? Once again, just make sure Vyoshu does not clash with anything with red coins. I mean, I at least assume that is how it works, man. She can bowl pretty slow, huh? I guess we might be wasting this. To be fair, we do not need to clash with everyone. Sure. But yeah, at least I would say mechanics-wise, I would say the last actual Walpurgis was a lot more interesting with the fight. I feel like if you don't care about missions, you can easily just win rate to this for sure.
태어난 곳으로 돌아가라.
Neat. There is it.
이런 제압은 회사에겐 효율적일지는 몰라도
Predators targets have the slowest speed. Interesting.
그 희생을 값싼
When hit by
대가로
unopposed attacks, take plus 100% damage when clashing against skills that spend armor clash power -3. Convert all coins on its attack skills to regular coins. I know those carbonated bubbles are tasty, but be careful around them, okay? Amphosa's entirely acidic. Sure, a few spellers of little bong pops bubbles might not be so dangerous, but I douse in the undiluted fluid of those massive buns will melt you guys into a puddle. I love when my food is trying to eat me instead. That's why I love pineapples. These ordeals keep popping up from that murky white smoke. Just what is that smoke supposed to be, Captain? That is a good question. They do also the herd migration thing. Once 4 turns pass after this unit retreats, this unit and all available bonbons return to the battlefield and kill some bonbon. Apparently they've got the special top secret combination formula, like an in-house recipe. So yeah, you would just retreat and leave behind enemies. You have like all red coins. Got it. Honestly, was there ever a time not to do this? You are too slow again. Okay, Meso, kill. I mean, do it like this, so should be fine.
사고될 시간이다.
한 점만 노린다.
잔후에.
Not sure if this was actually enough damage for the damage achievement.
실수 하나하나에 마음 쓰다 보면 정신이 남아나지 않을 거야.
I guess he does not really have any support, but I hoped he would be zoomed up enough at this point, basically. Come on, Sega the man.
살고자 하는 모든 것들과 함께 무덤으로 돌아.
That is what we love to see. More bang bang.
클리포트 억지력을 조금 강화했어.
I guess I could also have waited till it's like staggered to the big attack. Maybe I was too eager. Fatal to wave damage, fatal to... Oh, Bloom. Well, that is how you just bully this thing, to be honest. I've like... That is kinda sad.
완벽한 한 발을 위해.
But yeah, we at least should easily
돌아가.
kill everything before it retreats or anything like that. There it goes.
이번에도 멋지게 해냈네. 엔젤라님에게 잔뜩 칭찬을.
There is kinda barely anything to read here, not gonna lie.
좀더 멋지게.
It wasn't as complicated as I had thought. Eyes forward. The largest hostile remains standing. Do not drop your guard until it's eliminated. Or just walk to an elevator. Just keep ahead of that blood freak of a turtle and we're sorted. Anus of the bastard spitting venom that eats you to the bone. Besides, if it was that dangerous, Clockhead wouldn't show the rest of him to the lobby for a period, yeah? Yet, should it be allowed to land but a single blow, or shall it be crunched betwixt its jaws in dreadful haste? Well, it happens to the best of us. Young Masson, too, was consigned to such a fate. No, not Masson! I only asked him to slow down so we could proceed more safely. Didn't think it would turn out like that. I feel so bad. It is finicky to position players, well, nuggets in lobotomy corp. I get it, man. I do get it. I too found myself on the verge of becoming prey to it. But Masson's unhesitating interposition spared me that outcome. I am indeed indebted to him. Let's have a bloke running this place is a real sort too. Just it was it? Kept nattering while we were busy scrapping. Now that it's over, he switched the radio off just to sort himself a coffee. Honestly, if you do not deserve a coffee break after getting rid of an ordeal, when do you deserve a coffee break? Maybe it's his way of saying that the best welfare perk for employees is neglect. Excuse me? Let's talk more helping, do you mind? I know we all think it's an easy fight, but that thing is absolutely durable. I have no idea how much more we have to forward it to kill, huh? Irritated muttering spilling into motion, Ismail swung her weapon through the air, hard against the gigantic bug's carapace. And as though that had been just the blow needed to end it, the creature split into pieces, its bulk crashing to the floor in chunks. And with that... The bulbous engorged orange pustule on the insect's back burst with a sticky red pop, spilling its contents all over Ishmael. Let's go, free bong bong energy. First green and now orange? You've got a knack for getting sprayed, huh? Are you okay, Ishi? Oh no, just stay there. This is nothing. I've been splashed with far worse out at sea. Wait a minute. This somehow smells familiar. That look. What was that? For a split second, her face brightened, just to scrunch up into a grimace. Oi, what's wrong? Ease up, Heath. Some of that stuff even got into her mouth. Just think how awful that must feel. Taste, I mean. It tastes great, that is the problem. You probably can't even put into words. No. Someone get over here and give it a taste. What makes you think we fancy taste of that nasty goo? But that's not it. I'm not being weird or anything. It's just shocking. She is losing her mind. Does somebody have any weapons with wide damage on it? Shockingly rank, is it? You're gonna walk from it. Not daft enough to queue up and join you, yeah? If you keep kicking it like that... don't, huh? Heathcliff went abruptly quiet as well. I've tasted this before. What? About an hour back. I found out and discarded yonder and thought to retrieve it. Let's go. Look at this nice twink. His line slipped shyly between Heathcliff's sword there and Ishmael's resolute note. I mean, you know, the Botany Corp needed all the money he could get, I guess. Resting within his hands, the sheets of paper. Once was a garish flyer featuring a mascot raising his soda can with an exaggerated smile. Another was a booklet that seemed to list up how to use tips for some sort of device. ICC3FLO. Bumper and Juicy Squeezer. Orange instruction manual. Table of contents. Feeding and feed. No. Okay. Exterior carapace vesicle harvest. Liquid extraction and storage procedures. So that means... No, nah, it can't be. It can't. The flyer, yeah. What does the flyer say? Go on. Shake a shake. Sing a sing. New launch? Dancing bun bun orange flavor, it says. We've seen the can on that flyer before. The same can that's still within our line of sight. The same can that Rodia's holding in her right hand. I mean, okay, is it so bad that you're eating the bugs if it's delicious? The container of Bumban's so-called vesicles or pulp. No. That can't be right. That can't be right. It can't be... Rodia! Watch Rodia unravel, eyes quaking as she muttered to herself. The next instant, the world went dark, as though the candle that had been lighting our path was snuffed out. Found ourselves back in a familiar place. You're back. Just in time, manager. Found a gastation simulator for you. I don't think he's interested anymore. Powered back to full, along with some minor modifications, giving you an anatomical limitation that keeps mastication off the list of your physical abilities. But before we proceed, care to explain the cause of this collective display of nausea? No, I can't be right, can't be truly limits, it's not possible. This one seems to have completely lost his senses. Was it a deal more challenging than expected? The ordeal itself was fine, just that there was another ordeal we had to. When time permits, I will need to research and develop an interpretive device for that clockwork tick-tock. This mode of communication is certainly less than efficient. But Faust loves translating for us. In any case, I took the liberty of installing the dancing bun beverage flavor you requested in the simulator. Try activating the function and see whether you are able to taste it. No thanks. You're shaking your head. Is that a sign of a refusal? Yes, I'm good. Sorry guys. Maybe this will be the only time. Absence of mouth feels like a blessing. Well, imagine still all the money Limbus company can make. We killed everything. So yeah, did we did even get AoEs and maybe we did. Maybe I just did not count or was not. Then we have to do the hard missions. But yeah, I feel like this one should be a lot more straightforward than Night of Despair was. We still need to kill all the bonbons. We will have 2 buns, I guess. We have 3 buns. Maybe the difference is that the enemies keep coming in this mode. Complete suppression without burn unit retreating. After the welfare team captain defeats at least one burn. Complete suppression after the welfare team captain defeats 10 plus enemies in a single encounter. I feel like something like that would be super easy just to do if you solo it, or at least do not ping all 5 people. Complete suppression with the welfare team captain surviving, taking less than 3 hits. I guess you do the same thing again, where we just avoid everything with red coins. Yippee. Lead suppression after defeating 3 plus enemies with a single attack skill. Lead suppression after all allies each gain bong bong orens. I mean, this is also super easy if you would just ping one single person. Need 500 plus damage with a single attack. Without any deaths, without SP negative. Lead suppression without any of the allies reaching 10 bleed potency. Cool. Now, guns do work. I do feel like that's... Maybe I rather just bring Rodion. I guess he does not use ammo. The rest does kind of work. I feel like it's a bit sad, but we could save Heathcliff for big damage. But I think we could also just use probably a nice ego. I mean... Actually, since we do get just ego resources anyways, we can just use whatever the heck we want. So yeah, I think just using a Waff when some stuff is basically staggered should be good enough. So yeah, I feel like... I mean, ideally we could... I think like Miso does not syllogize with anything going on, but he is just good. I guess I could also actually look for good passives. I'm not sure if this is overkill or not. This is also, I realized once more, I do so barely look at passives that I don't know what I even would want. Ally with the least ammo gains poise count when using skill that consumes ammo. I mean, if he... I guess he could get... Honestly, this is where you just go all base and be like, they're probably good enough. Still said that we do not get to use Quacker in a sense. I guess his lamp ego would have been at least funny with buffing kinda having eco gear on. We don't need protection at all. Are you pierce damage? Flash power is not really needed. Sad. I mean, I guess in a sense, this could be neat. With the least SP heals for SP when defeating an enemy with bleed. We have some bleed, but it's also not gonna be that reliable. Yeah, I said I wouldn't do it, and now I am looking actually at the passives. With the least SP gains attack power up. When ally is defeated is useless for us. Let's give haste. Haste is irrelevant. You are sinking. Tremor even. Don't think that really is relevant either though. That's why when I realized why I barely actually do bother. Don't care about less damage taken. Haste and defense level up is also irrelevant. I have the most max HP inflicts +1 tremor. I mean, honestly, sure. Did not want to go fully out. One damage is irrelevant to us. What was... I don't even know what Wild Hunt does. When I have the highest SP deals plus 5% damage to targets with less SP. With targets with SP, das hat alle inflicts plus for more sinking points den count. Honestly, sure. Why not? I guess I could try to look for cheap passives for a guide. So maybe just assume like 2 stars or 1 stars even only. Don't need defense. Final power. I mean, I guess a fence level down is neat, but once again, we do not need that where we are going. A clash the targets of the slowest ally has -1 clash power of their 3+ types of negative effects. Yeah. And when I have the least SP as an enemy. Sure. I mean, we could also suspring this man. I would like to try out this man since I actually did not really use him yet. We really would just want to use the skill 2s, I guess. I guess the butterflies are good for the rest of the team though. Let's just run this first and see how that goes with him. See now this is like the tech you for sure like Dawn's passive. And yeah, I mean more SP is always nice. Let's run it like this.
제한 명령 지역으로 이동.
I guess we want to probably spam a lot more egos on Ishmael this time around. Do I have Algae equipped? Might not have Algae equipped. I might wanna get out of this.
곤란하네. 나는 어떤
I do have it
상태도 잘 지낼
equipped.
자신이
Let's
있지만
go.
관리자님은 예외거든. 관리자님과 희낙락하면서 지내는 거.
We do start with a big man. Interesting. Oh, they do now actually clash. Like, mouse. I don't know why I sometimes have it where the game decides that they cannot actually track things down. But yeah, we just need to make sure that we use basically ammo abilities on big men. You are too slow. I hate seeing that. I mean, I love seeing that, I guess. Let's go. I hope it just gets enough AoEs off passively. Let's see how much I actually need to play this game.
적당히 쉬엄쉬엄해도 괜찮을 텐데.
태어난 곳으로 돌아가.
징계팀에서 다 망가뜨린 줄 알았는데.
Wait, weren't you supposed to not have red coins?
관리자님, 아무래도 직원 한 명의 부서 배치가 잘못된 것 같아.
너도 누군가에겐 아껴졌겠지만.
We do know that our team leader got hit at least once already, which is a shitty start for sure.
복직팀은 나름대로
We can keep going with this kinda. I mean, we probably also just want... Why is my mouse doing this? Yeah, there's many unopposed... you're a new one, aren't you? I mean, I think it's not you still have. You did get damage. You did not get that much. Savage. You dominate this one. Okay, but honestly, we probably eating all the bad coins sucks. I would love to get maybe some attack actually on this man. Fair enough. Maybe just do it this way. You should still have the passive that. And clashing against skills that spend ammo. Shouldn't. All of his... Oh, I guess the skill 2 might not actually know. This still spends ammo though. Maybe his skill 3 does not spend ammo at all and I'm a stoop.
정확하게. 태어난 곳으로 돌아와라.
Right, man is staggered. That is what matters in life.
그래도 어디에 리드미드처럼 직원들을 사지로 내몰진 않네.
지키기 위해서. 우리는요?
저
Man,
활활 타는 마음으로
you could have spawned new stuff for us in at some point.
지금까진 열성적으로 괜찮겠지.
I guess in a sense. What do you want? You want yellow again? I did not equip any other thing than this because I went like, this is a sinking team, I guess. Yeah, this does not spend ammo. Fair enough, okay. I should just be aware of that part. Honestly, get a skill 1 out of my eyes.
당신 짝패군요. 태어난 곳으로.
I guess, I mean, it's not still the most relevant, but if we get big ones basically every wave, there's more case to be made to also pick somebody that has good single target damage. I say, and then immediately we just get a wave of small ones.
잘했어, 관리자님.
We also have 12 turns now, but yeah, I guess we still have the normal amount of small ones, just more big ones. Alright, here we go, baby. This should be just a relaxing. You actually want that. I guess in a sense, we should probably use some ego to also more or less get the AoE kills in. How much does this cost? I mean, fuck it. Actually, how much? This is very nice. How much? Yeah, this has enough attack weight. I'm clashing with everything. I'm clashing with everything.
하고될 시간이다. 잔우에.
The question is if enough stuff is still alive at this point, actually. She does do all the follow-up attacks for sure.
아무것도 남지 마라.
Yeah, I did not even get to use my
이런
ego
제압은
whip.
회사에겐 효율적일지는 몰라도 직원들의 희생이 항상
I
뒷담화.
mean,
그 희생을 값싼 대가로 여기는 게 아니라면 항상 제자압에
I guess I still should use it on one of
이곳의
those.
목적이 그런 게 아니라는
And then we see how much damage they actually take from something that is not pierce. Loves us doing this. So yeah, it needs to spend a bullet. My mouse. Oop. I mean, we easily could probably also get just killing AoE this way. Why? He only has like 2 attack ways, sadly. Game. Maybe it's also my mouse or something that is cursed.
나아가주게. 편히 쉬시게.
But yeah, I at least think with a well-built team, like killing everyone in time shouldn't be too much of a problem. What else do you need to look out? I guess make sure that your team captain just doesn't really clash against red coins. Might be just more proactive of using maybe AoEs during the smaller waves. But I will see how much I actually need to even pay attention to that. This is where I learned that they're all like plant resistant.
파도는 반드시 밀려올
Did I only hit one man with this?
아메스코.
이런 제압은 회사에겐
Guess I cannot really check how plant resistant they are.
직원들의 희생이 항상 뒤따르는 법이지. 그 희생을 값싼 대가로 여기는 게 아니라면 항상 제자압에 너무 집착하지는 마. 이곳의 목적이 그런 게 아니라는 건 관리자님도 알고 있잖아.
At some point can also just go for big Vyoshu Ego. I think I kind of forgot what her passive actually does. I know that he Zhang's passive actually, and it could kind of work well on him, was exactly a team with burn and sinking.
끔찍한 일이 벌어지기 전에 제압했네. 잘했어 관리자님.
So do we just commit to big AoE? I mean, I feel like as long as it's big AoE is pierce damage, it is less damage. Maybe using Isang's might be kinda neat. Might be a bit early. I just hope that is enough to get some good kills in.
당신 짝패군요.
How effective is my man? I mean, I guess could also always go for the coercion version. Oh, that's not quite 500 damage. That's also not quite that people, that's good to know. I mean, you gotta clean them up.
지킬 게 많거든.
이런 제압은 회사에겐 효율적일지는 몰라도
And I guess we can go for it again in a sense.
그 희생을 값싼 대가로 여기는 게 아니라면 항상 제자압에 너무 집착하지는 마. 이곳의 목적이 그런 게 아니라는 건 관리자님도 알고 있잖아.
I mean, he should hopefully get enough sanity back. I guess I do like nano post attack, honestly. Maybe it's a bit overkill on... Fuck it, send it. I don't know why my mouse is doing this, please. Please leave them alive. Thank you. I feel like this might even be worse damage-wise somehow. I guess we did have less to hit.
이런 제압은 회사에겐 효율적일지는 몰라도 직원들의
Man,
희생이
okay, turn limit really not a problem for us.
그 희생을 값싼 대가로 여기는 게 아니라면 한상체 제압에 너무 집착하지는 마.
You kinda don't want to clash.
관리자님도 알고 있지.
Okay, that is dominating. As long as we clash with that, we should be more than fine.
당신 짝패군요.
I guess we can also just try. I guess maybe I should have tried to just get some Wuln on this man going to really capitalize once we stagger him.
아무것도 남지 마라.
가뜩이나 신경 쓸 게 많을 이곳에서 이런 사소한 실수 하나하나에 마음 쓰다 보면
살고자 하는
정신이
모든
원하지 않을
것들과
거야.
함께 무덤으로 돌아가라. 태어난 곳으로 돌아가라.
No, if he used this once, he might have already been staggered. That could have gone wild. We kinda bodied this man for sure.
목숨이 조금이나마 더 연장돼 있을 거야. 여기서 만족해도 아무도 관리자님을 탓하지 않을 거란 소리지.
You will eat the bugs exactly. Hi, senpai, how are you doing? I mean, don't those things look delicious to you? Not sure I can set up anything really great at this point for high damage. It is fatal to wrath damage. Capote could be funny. This has so many damage multipliers. Let's fucking go, man.
당신 짝패군요.
I mean, I feel like a life should be like the bare minimum, but it's good that you're still alive. Maybe don't even get to use the ego, probably.
세 번 배워낸다. 과거를 1000번 강조하여 미래에서 1000번 거세어 찢어내.
이번에도 멋지게 해냈네. 엔젤라님에게 잔뜩 칭찬을 들어.
Don't be surprised this is such an easy encounter. You should need help, my man.
좋아할 거예요. 같은 그럴 듯해 보이.
모처럼 괜찮은 예술을 보나 했더니 벌써 목, 애를 전부 채웠군.
Retreat. We didn't miss anything. Well,
해야 할 뒤처럼
I guess I did not even need to optimize anything. Ha. Okay. That is astonishingly more trivial than I thought. Which makes it fun. What else am I gonna do on the stream? I mean, I guess I stream for 2 hours. That's good enough for a stream. I will probably... I'm not sure if it's worth it to make actually a guide video against this fight. Just got to fuck off from work. Let's go. That does sound nice. I mean, maybe if I'm... I guess I will go offline, do my video, and maybe if I have time, maybe I will do another stream tonight. But hey, that was a successful Walpurgis Nacht at least. I cannot complain about that then. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. It's not 2 yet, which is sad. I could have made it musty. Is anybody I know actually streaming? I don't want to stall too long. If not, we do go out in the pool of Limbus players. I guess we do go out in the pool of Limbus players. Since nobody I know is... Nobody... To be fair, it is like basically early day. And I mostly only knew Europeans. We are peen for sure. I will find one, I swear, that is speaking English. Where are all my English people at? I guess it does make sense it is. There's a German stream? Ah, man. At some point, but not today. I wonder how cursed it would be to actually do some random German streams. Sure. Let's just wait. That is... Is nobody actually doomed if Walpurgis? That is where we realize that there is no... Is there no content in my updates? Is that the problem of video games? That might be the problem. I don't want to watch anybody drawing Backman Quacker. Yeah, overall, thanks for watching. Now I can also maybe try stalling for more time. Tomorrow I will stream some Remnant or something else with Olsey and Musty. And then on Sunday we will stream some nice Guild Wars again. I think? Maybe we... Guess I should also talk with the other bozos. You are actually doing the new vibe. That's what I love to see. Okay. But yeah, have a nice day and good luck pulling if you're pulling in this video game. We do love gambling in this household. Bye. Bye.